Big up, guys. Welcome to this new, sort of new show. It's still the Buzz, of course, but it's also now calling. I've decided to change things up a bit and, make it about people phoning in, discussing, obviously what they feel about their own games, Premier games, or VAR decisions over the weekend, of course, in the Premier League. Or anything else, something else, if they want to discuss it, obviously, to do with the games, or the football, not obviously any other sport or whatever, but anything else they feel they want to go into about their own teams, maybe, or how they're getting on, or what players they feel they need, or how they've done in the transfer windows, or anything like that, really. So this will be should be great. I hope this really takes off, because I'm hoping to keep doing this every Monday. I may even do it for my second show, the Buzz, Still Buzzing. Might be doing that. That'll probably be either Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. Well, it'll probably be Thursday or Friday, actually. But so obviously we will be getting on with this very soon. I've got one person waiting already. Hoping to get a few in will be great, because we need to obviously discuss quite a bit. I will also actually put the link in here as well. If anyone else wants to come in, you're welcome to. So I'll just add that right now. And anyone in the live chat feels they want to come in and discuss anything with their games or anything else, VAR, or anything really. You got two topics to choose from, and there's the link there. Obviously, anyone else does want to join, it's right there. And this is what you have on me to choose from. You got choose two of these Premier games, VAR decisions, or something else. Then discuss, and then so you got. Obviously, also we'll bring a timer up. Got a over about a 4-minute or nearly 5-minute timer, and then a 2-minute odd one. So we can go into a bit of, say, injury time, we call it, if you need to obviously discuss things a bit further. And, and then we'll do all that. And also if I only have, say, 1 or 2 people on, we'll keep going with them as well if they want to discuss anything else with these topics. And we'll keep going with the timers, obviously. But I'm only going to try and do this till about 7:30, guys. That's what I'm looking at, just till 7:30. It's not going to be really, really a marathon. Not like a 4-hour, which I've done before. It's certainly nothing like that. Well, maybe not even a 2-hour, but we'll see what happens. It'll only be really till 7:30, and then that'll be it, guys. So please keep coming in and going in the live chat. Let's keep this discussion going. And keep going on and carrying on with this. So I will bring my first person guest up. I'll actually look at these comments quickly. Yeah, Warren's Team Talk. Be up to you, buddy. I know you're in there waiting in the background there in the back room. Waiting, mate. This will be interesting. Yep. Should be. Hope it will be a success. I really do. This would be amazing. And Luca. Be up to you, Luca. You, buddy. If you're available, mate, feel free to come in, because I'm sure you want to discuss a lot about Arsenal. But anyway, mate. Guys, let's get going. And obviously, I'll bring my first guest, because obviously he was here just a bit before. So I'll bring him on first, and that's Mr. T. Manny, be up to you, sir. Hope you're well. Hope you're looking forward to this. I am. Should be interesting.
Yes, I am, and I share your hope, good sir, that this won't be either a marathon or a Snickers, and you better make sure you have a Snickers bar ready at the end of this in case you feel a bit, Hank Marvin, as you would say. And I'm also going to make And I don't want to talk about Arsenal because obviously, you know, with Warren in the chat, I want him to, you know, have the honor of being able to fire away. So what I would like to do, if it's okay by you, that is, and please tell me I can hear you. Oh, for heaven's sake, it started again, hasn't it? I'll tell you what. You can bring Warren on. I'll drop out and I'll come back. I do apologize. It's ridiculous.
No worries. Anyway, yeah, I'll do that. I'll bring Warren in and we'll get this started. I'm just putting another mic in to make sure, because I feel with this other mic I've got here, I feel maybe a bit louder as well. Let's see. Hold on, guys. Just got this other proper mic here. There we go. And we'll see how that goes with that. See if people, I'm sure people can hear me really well now. The only thing is I haven't got the mouse in, so I've got to use the thing on the keyboard, obviously. That's the only problem with this. But anyway, I'll bring Warren in because I know we want to talk about Arsenal, and then Manny will come in afterwards, I think. It'd be up to you, Warren. How you doing, buddy? Hope you're well,
I'm
sir.
good, mate. I'm all right. How are you?
Yeah, cool, mate, cool. Not happy about the result again on Saturday. Fucking shit show yet again. But other than that, yeah, I'm fine.
The curse of Flecken.
Yeah, mate. Fucking who wants him? Can somebody else just take him? Please. Just fucking take him off our hands, but can't you?
Every game he plays, he makes a major fuck up.
Yeah. How the fuck did that goal go in? It wasn't even a great shot by Watkins. It fucking went in. Oh.
But the problem is with the goalkeeper, you make a mistake 9 times out of 10, it's in the back of the net. Do you know what I mean? So, you know, he's going to keep making mistakes like that. Then it's going to be a big problem.
Exactly. Yeah. But anyway, not here to chat about him. That'll take fucking forever. And Brentford, I don't want to go into it again, to be honest. Fucking annoyed.
Can I just say something, Steve?
Yeah.
I preferred the way you had the sound before you put the new mic in.
Jimmy, it's louder. I think it's louder with this.
Well, it's not that it's louder. It's just, it sounds a bit. It just the clarity of the sound isn't as good.
Right, mate. I'll switch back to the other thing then. I think if that's better. Right, mate. I'll just do that, and you can decide what you want to do here. Well, I suppose Arsenal will be one of your topics. I would think. You got 2. You can choose. Well, you can do 2 at once, you know, and then you can carry on chatting about. You know, we've got 2 timers, obviously. We're going to a bit of injury time if you need a bit longer. So, do you know what ones you're going to do? Will it be Arsenal? Why not? You can even chat about Celtic if you want.
No, let's have a chat about Arsenal. I think
it's not limited to English Premier. You can talk about the Scottish. I know it's
all right, mate. Thank you anyway. But let me just put my camera on. Not that you'd be able to really see me that well because
I mean, got the background thing there.
Yeah, it actually look at it. I look fucking horrendous.
Yeah, don't look right, mate. You don't. Why are you into
me not being on camera? To be honest, because my head's missing, there's bits sticking out my arm, and it's a shit show.
Mate. No, it's like you're all right with that. You don't have to have your camera on. Nobody does, by the way. Nobody has to have their camera on when they come on here.
Yeah. Well, that's good, anyway, Steve. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries, mate. So what are you going to do? You're going to do Arsenal, and have you thought your other one you might talk about?
I don't know, really. Let me talk about Arsenal, and then I'll have a think about the other one because I think it more than likely be VAR, but I'm not sure.
Yeah. That could take a while.
But let's kick off with Arsenal.
Yeah, let's go, Nick. Ready? Yeah.
It's like, I just don't understand why people think that Arsenal were ever going to mount a serious title challenge. They haven't done it. Well, they did it one season, I think last season, when they finished a point behind Man City. But other than that, it hasn't happened. And like, this manager has proven himself over and over and over again to be a serial trophy dodger. He throws cups into the bin with disregard, like the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup. The problem with that as well, like, people go, "Oh, it's only the Carabao Cup. What are you worried about that for?" Well, the thing is, all these like top managers like Pep, Alex Ferguson, and all that, you look at their history and record. The first trophy they won was the League Cup, or the Carabao Cup, as it's now called. Do you know what I mean? Because what it does, it breeds a winning mentality and the desire to keep winning trophies. Because these players, I just don't think they get it. Like, they haven't got that hunger. And I don't think the manager's got it either, because he never really won any trophies, did he? So,
no.
You know, he never got called up for the Spanish national team. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just filters down from the top down. And that's why I can always bang on about the Kroenkes, right? And how when he bought the club, he turned around and said, "I didn't buy this club to win trophies," right? Any football fan of any club who, when they get a new owner and the owner turns around and says, "I didn't buy this club to win trophies," you've got to ask serious questions about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because for football fans, the whole point of it is, you know, wanting to see your team be successful. Beginning of every season, everyone's full of excitement and anticipation, and like, you know, you're excited because you think, well, maybe this year we're going to do it. Do you know what I mean? Like, it was always like that for me when I was a kid. Like, thinking, are we actually going to win the league this year? I haven't got that feeling anymore. Not under this manager, because I know damn well that he ain't going to do it. And I'm telling you now, Steve, this manager, this Arteta character, he will never, ever win a major trophy whilst managing Arsenal, because he's just not good enough. He hasn't got what it takes. The guy's spent over £750 million, and we're no nearer winning a trophy than what we were when he was first appointed. In fact, I'd say we're further behind. We've gone backwards, right? People bang on about what a mess this club was in when he took control of the club, right? And Unai Emery had made a huge mess of everything, right? Well, let me just remind people, this mess and whatnot that people keep going on about, managed to get 3 points off third place in his first season. Something that Arteta wasn't able to do. He ended up finishing 8th in his first season. And he then took the club to a Europa League final as well. Which something that this clown has never managed to do, is take Arsenal to the European final. Yeah, I know they got smashed, but I think the players are down tools on it. I think that was done deliberately, because they knew if they lost, they would likely get the sack.
Yeah.
So there you go, mate. That's all I want to really say about it. And what we saw at the weekend was just another absolute tiptoe. No attacking threat, no creativity, no nothing. And this, how much longer is this going to be allowed to go on for? After all that money you spent. So
Right, and then we're going to go into injury time anyway. Here we go. Let's go to injury time there. There we go, mate. Carry on.
No, I've said everything I need to say.
Oh, sorry, that didn't put you off, that bit of music there, did it?
Oh, no.
Because that's just sort of counting it, making, when it's nearer the time to finish. So, right, mate. So there's nothing more to add at all?
No.
To any of that?
No. It's just like, it's just a never-ending story with this club. Failure after failure after failure. It's just the league title, mate. It was gone the day that he was appointed as manager. No, it's never going to happen under him because he hasn't got the experience. He hasn't got the know-how. He hasn't every single metric that you can think of that you need to be a top manager. He hasn't got it. He just hasn't. And it's a shambles as far as the club is in a huge mess. And people say, well, how can you say that? Keep finishing second. Well, it's not just about the finishing positions. The club is like, it's all over the shop. It's got no identity. It's got, like, years ago, Arsenal had an identity. And we had a culture and people would respect us. But as soon as he mentioned the word Arsenal, it meant something. Not anymore. That's all gone. That's dead. Do you know what I mean? And this clown has been part of it. Mate, I'm sick of it. I know loads of people that have walked away from it for that very reason. Because it's not the club that I grew up supporting. Nowhere near it. So, people, please make sure you come on and have your say about what's being discussed, because this is your chance to get on and have your say. And Steve's like, he's kindly agreed to do all this, so just make sure you take advantage of it.
Exactly, you're right, mate. I can put it better myself, really. It's just that, I need this to kick off and get more people on. And I think that'd be great if we could, in the live chat and on here. There's a lot to discuss with the Premier and everything. Everything going on VAR, all that, It needs to be talked about. And I feel this is a good, great enough platform to do it here, So, got Kev in the live chat. Be up to you, Kev. Hope you're well, mate. You're welcome on. You want to come on and have you say, you're welcome to, Kev. The link's in there in the live chat. Always next year is our year with Arsenal, yet they have not won the Premiership for 21 years. Exactly. Unacceptable for such a big club. That's right, isn't it, Warren?
Yeah, 100%. Because it isn't going to happen. Not with this manager. It's just not. Do you know what I mean? No one at that club's got a clue what they're doing. I'm hoping that this new technical director they're going to get is going to sort it all out. But I'm not hopeful. I'm just hoping, if that makes sense. I don't know if that really makes sense. Like, I'm contradicting myself, but that's what I'm hoping for. The guy used to work at Atletico Madrid, right? And he was managing Diego Simeone. So, he's used to working with complex, difficult characters, because there ain't none more complex and difficult than him, right? Yeah. And I just think he'll come in, and if he's given carte blanche to do what he thinks is right, I can see him and Arteta coming to blows very quickly.
Yeah, exactly. Really, you need this fraud out your team, out your club, don't you? Really, he's got to go. It's been so long now, and it's going to be the same every year, isn't it? You're going to get so close and so close and so close every year, and it just won't work under this guy, will it? It just won't happen. So,
Steve, my biggest fear about all of this is if they do wake up one day and see the light and decide to sack him, right? Whoever it is that they bring in after him, right? They say might get my wish, and it's Carlo Ancelotti or Diego Simeone. These fans will not accept him. It doesn't matter who they bring in; they just won't accept it. That's the problem, right? And it'll be, oh, it's because it's not Arteta. So no one be given the chance. And this is what happened when Arsene Wenger got shown the door, right?
Mm.
When they brought Unai Emery in, no one would give him a chance. In fact, there were people sitting in the stands cheering and jumping up and down, screaming and shouting and cheering every time Arsenal conceded a goal because they all just wanted him out. And they didn't give him a chance.
Yeah.
You know, and this is the problem with our fan base. They're just obsessed with players and managers, and like, I just think it's really unhealthy. You need to be obsessed with the football club, not with the people that are employed by it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you see this. Look, what Stepsy, big up to you, Stepsy, by the way. Thanks for coming in. Luton Town fan. They were struggling a bit in the Championship. I think they're going back up a little bit now, though, there, after coming down from the Premier. Very disappointing. But anyway, yeah, you are right. He's right there. Arteta just hadn't got the balls to say I want a striker. And he walked off, didn't he, in that interview? Did you see that? Fucking little prat, mate. Absolute prat. Wanker. You see, he's been interviewed. He's been interviewed. And then they mentioned about, oh, you need, what about, why didn't you buy a striker and things like that, going to about buying a striker and everything. And then they asked him something else and he just walked off. Didn't say anymore. Just fucked off.
See, he doesn't like being challenged, right?
No.
And it's happened a couple of times now in press conferences where people have asked him difficult questions and they've never ever been seen again. Do you know what I mean? That football club, it's been run like a fucking mafia. Right? You say the wrong thing and then you'll never ever be seen again. Do you know what I mean? It is bang out of order. You know, there's no way to run a football club. Do you know what I mean? It's just crazy. And this business about, you know, him not signing the striker, I heard from Carl Walsh, who he's got a contact somewhere, told him that the deal for your ex-striker, the one that scored the goal at the weekend.
Yeah, okay. But Watkins.
Yeah, Watkins. The deal was done.
Thanks for reminding me. Yeah.
Huh?
Thanks for reminding me.
Sorry, mate. But the deal for him was done. And then Arteta just decided to pull the plug on it. He didn't want it. So it's him. He has ultimate power in that football club. Whatever he wants, he gets. He's got, mate, I'm telling you, he has got full power. And the dressing room, I heard as well from Carl, they're in uproar, they're revolting. That's one of the reasons why the performances are so poor.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, buddy, we're going to move on to what's your second thing you want to chat about, because I think we've gone on enough about this bloody twat and Arsenal and everything.
No, I've had enough talking about it because it makes me angry, Steve. That's the thing.
Yeah, I hope you like this. I put here, Circus Arsenal. I put that there, banner. So it's a bit, isn't it? Let's be honest.
Yeah. Well, I think what I'll do, Steve, if you don't mind, I'll come off and let Manny's waiting to come on.
Yeah, he is waiting. I mean, if you're welcome to come back anyway, of course, you know that. I mean, I'm going to 7:30 on here, so.
Yeah, I'm just going to turn my camera off and whatnot, and mute myself. All right, and then when he's finished, I'll come back on again.
Yes, cool, mate. Cool. Yeah, no worries.
But thanks for letting me come and have my say in this bit. But we'll talk about VAR again in a little while.
Yeah, there is quite a bit to discuss with that again, isn't there? I could discuss some in my game about that, about a couple of VAR incidents that I feel we could have had go for us, maybe. But then again, if I said, it's just penalties, we were relying on penalties to win the fucking game, then no, it's not good enough, is it?
No.
Yeah, as Roy Keane was saying on Sky, it's all well and good being in the title race every season, but you have to take that next step and win it. Top level football is about being winners. Yeah,
100%. He's spot on, mate.
Yeah, Keano is right with that, isn't he? Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going to shut myself off so that Manny can come on.
Yeah, no worries. No worries. Okay, mate. See you in a little while, yeah? Right. And Stepsy, by the way, you're welcome on, bro. I know, obviously, you're with Luton in the championship, but everyone's welcome in. You can talk about them if you want. It's not limited to Premiership. If you want to come in and chat about your club, you're welcome to, bro. The link is in the chat on Villa and Arsenal. Never even made an approach for Watkins. No, exactly. If only they had taken him, then he wouldn't be scoring against us again, would he? With a lucky goal, which it pretty much was. Anyway, I'm gonna keep this on. Oh yeah, you can talk about the Premier, mate. Yeah, you can talk about the Premier. It's fine. You know, you're welcome to any subjects you want on the Premier VAR. Going about that shit show yet again or whatever, mate. Yeah, you're welcome to. As long as it's two subjects, you only got two to talk about. But I'll bring Manny on first, and probably want to talk about this anyway. So, Manny, you're back, mate. Should we leave it on Circus Arsenal for the time being? Or you want to talk about them, or do you want to go on to something else first? Or?
I will go to something else, Steve. But what I will say is it's interesting how Warren was saying that the dressing room were revolting. I think it's fair to say, as a joke and also a serious statement, Arteta and his attitude are definitely revolting.
Yeah, exactly.
You got the joke.
Yeah, I know, mate. I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it really that funny? That's what I'm thinking. Anyway, not for us.
Now listen. Here's the thing. It's sort of at a stage where if you don't laugh, you will cry. And I also want to thank Warren for being so gracious as to let me on. But hopefully my Wi-Fi will have sorted. I would like to possibly talk about the Brentford game. And I was predicting that you'd come away with a point. I know you were hoping for a win. And I must say that it was a little bit disappointing to see the likes of Omo and Vissa and company not being able to make their way through. But at the same time, we could possibly credit Villa for an improved defensive performance. Having said all of that, it was very, very interesting because, when I was watching on the Premier League channel, we had the Aston Villa and Scotland women's captain Rachel Corsie and the ex-Villa boss Tim Sherwood on as panel analysts. Got that? Panel analysts. Very good. So Tim was basically adamant that you had two very good penalty shouts that would. So both of them, of course, involved the on-loan Chelsea defender Axel Disasi, and it would have been a disaster for Villa either of those had been given. He was of quite immense, but it just goes to show that sometimes there are some very fine lines. And I think when it comes to the refereeing, Jared Gillett was definitely not the best that the game could get, if you get the pun.
He was shit.
And I will also say that, in as much as I completely understand that you you don't like Flecken, and you are absolutely right to have your opinion of him. I think it was a deflected goal off Nathan Collins, which probably, wrong-footed him and sort of caught him on. So I'm not saying in any way that Flecken is in any way good. In fact, the goalkeeper for Villa who was playing that day, Robin Olsen, might be an option for you. He needs regular first-team football to get his confidence back, and he probably won't get that as long as Emi Martinez is still number one. I've also said he needed some competition and needed to be rested every now and then, and also needs to get his minutes. And that's the thing about having a good second goalkeeper at your club. You've got to make sure that you trust that person enough to give him some minutes, and also know if your first team goalkeeper is not feeling too well, not feeling too right, or suffering from a little bit of a dip in form, you take him out of the firing line. It's as simple as that. And it's not so much, punishing him. It's a means of trying to keep the team a little bit fresh and making sure that there is that level of healthy competition. And I'm a bit surprised that Valdimarsson has not been, reconsidered. It's sad, really, because I think maybe after that loss to Plymouth, sorry for mentioning that, maybe things haven't gone too well. I would say that as far as Aston Villa are concerned, it was a bit of a smash and grab. I don't know if they had too many other chances. But that was a game where you probably should have gotten something, in my opinion. I think, Olsen did have to make a save, and you were, bombarding Villa with a great deal of crosses. I think with the penalties, maybe Gillett felt that there were, for the first challenge when Disasi came in, I think he slipped and sort of bumped into the Brentford attacker. I don't quite know who his name was, who he was. But maybe because of the slip, the referee took that into account, and there was the second incident where he sort of bundled the player over. Maybe he and the VAR officials who were on duty at the time thought that there wasn't too much in it. But again, normally if it were a different VAR set of officials, I do believe that at least one of them would have been punished with a penalty. And so Disasi was a very, very lucky boy, it has to be said. It's sad, really, to see defeats like this happen, and obviously your home form taking a bit of dip. But look, I'd like to think that you've still done enough to earn respect for this season, and you've definitely established yourselves as a team in the Premiership. And you might need to start making a few more purchases in the transfer market, especially if it's true that the Sharks might be circling for the likes of Mbomo and company. Maybe you could use some of that money to improve the squad in some respects. But I'm looking forward to seeing how well you do in the remainder of the season. It might be a bit too far, but you never know with this funny old game called football. But I am sorry about the loss to Villa. It was good for them in many ways. I think they've recovered a little bit, but I still don't think Villa will qualify for Europe based on their league position. Their only hope will be to win either the FA Cup or the Champions League.
Yeah, and you're out of time there, mate. But you did sort of pretty much do it within that time.
And once again, I can't hear you. So I'll just drop out, and you can bring Stepsy on.
Yeah, okay, mate. No worries. But just to further that, what Manny was saying there, I thought it was a real shit show in the end. It's just another fucking useless home performance. When we were amazing at home at one stage, we were scoring loads of goals. Okay, we're conceding them, but we were scoring, we were entertaining, and it's just sort of fucking regressed. It's gone backwards at home. Yeah, we're doing great away, but, we should be performing in front of our own fucking fans. I'm sorry, Manny's got me off on one again now, talking about all that. But, it's fucking disgusting what happened. And I'm relying on these decisions from VAR. Yeah, I think they were both penalties, actually. They were both penalties. I think it was Shardy, and the guy went into him, Disasi slipped. One of them he slipped, but he went into him and his own player, but took them both out. and that's still a penalty, no matter what. And the other one, I believe, was a foul as well. It was Disasi again. The guy fucking got away with murder, I think. Yeah, we could have had 2 penalties, but then I'm not making that an excuse. We weren't good enough to win it, let's be honest. And I think Villa had much more going forward than us. They're quicker on the break, better passing. They had so much more going forward than us. And it was embarrassing yet again that, we got with another home defeat. It's fucking disgusting. And, we might have got away next. We're at Bournemouth, and they're fucking hell. We're going to go to Bournemouth and win the way they're going, It's not going to get any better. We're going to start going downwards again. Now we're going to cement even a 10th, maybe, or 9th, or even something like that if we're lucky, Not even Europe, probably. Because I am questioning them. I mean, we're established in the Premier, fair enough. But what are we going to do next? What are we after next? Have we got any aspirations for anything else? I hate it. We're the fourth season in the Premier. But so fucking what? What have we got to show for it at the end of the day? What are we showing for it? There's nothing. But yeah, and I think these players got too lazy and too relaxed. And I thought Mbeumo was shit. I actually thought he was shit. I thought he disappeared. When he was on the ball, he tried everything and done fuck all. It was rubbish. I thought it was terrible. And he's a quality player, but he was terrible. I don't know if it's to do with Ramadan or what, the fasting thing. I think he does that. Ramadan, I don't know. I think so. I'm not sure. And I think maybe Vissa. But they were both poor in that game. Absolutely terrible. And, Damsgaard was decent again. He's had a great season, really great season, Damsgaard. Lewis Potter, I thought, was brilliant, actually. I thought he probably stood out amongst all the other shit, to be honest, and hit the post and everything else. But, it's not really good enough again from us. And we got what we deserved again, I'm afraid, and that was nothing. So, but I'm going to bring Stepsy on now. I've had enough. I've been on a rant. So I'll bring you on, buddy. How you doing, mate? I ain't seen you for ages. How you been? You're on mute.
So Steve, well, mate, sorry.
You're busy probably, about on the rant, yeah.
No, you got what you said about you established yourself for the Premiership. Yeah, that's all good. But you got to ask yourself now. You got to ask the board what aspirations they got to get to Europe. If you want Europe, seeing as you want it, and probably most of the Brentford fans do, you got to ask yourself: has Frank took you as far as he can? Is the board going to pump some more money in to get the players?
Makes you wonder.
You got to think to yourself: if there's no aspiration there, what are you doing? I know. There's progression. Like, yeah, you've survived relegation first season. You've climbed up the table second season. Third season, you've got a bit better. This season's not going the way you want it to, but it's progression still. And you still got to think, if we're going to be mid-table or just below mid-table, then it becomes static. And it's repetitive. You want to be progressing a little bit because you've established yourself as a Premiership side. Like Manny said, that's all done. But you've got to make that next step now. Now, is the board going to make that? Is Frank going to leave and bring in someone that can do that? You got to ask yourself.
Yeah, I want to ask him, mate. I'm fucking annoyed with it. It's just,
and
I want us to go to the next level, but we're not ready, mate. We're not ready to take.
I think there's a lot of pressure you being at home as well because the fans expect more for you being at home. Is that pressure on the fans that you perform better away than home at the moment? Is that add to the pressure? It's all different answers and questions. All questions that we need answers to. Really? Well, you need the answers to, so not we, you.
Yeah, I know. And the thing is, pal, right? The fucking other Brentford fans are just too happy with what we got. Most of them are just too happy.
You've got a selective few that want. You've got a selective few that want what you want. Progression.
I know.
If you're not going to get it through league, then a cups competition's got to be the next best step in it to get to Europe. Exactly. If you can't do the league because teams have got a lot of money to keep their top 5, but the cup competition might be worth you investigating. I mean, Man City are the only big club left in the FA Cup this season. If they go, it's up for grabs.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You know, for any of them teams, if Man City say they flop, anyone can get that. Anyone can get that FA Cup. Anyone. So
you're right there, bro. You're right. I just feel, I just don't know what's going to happen, man. I'm just so fed up with it. You know, it's just annoying me because we have got the ability. We've got to take it on. We've got a decent team there, a nucleus.
You have. I mean, Lewis Potter. You brought Lewis Potter in the future. You got Memo that can score goals. Fisk can score goals. You got goals in that team. It's just like you said. They go missing when they're not in the game. They go missing, and Villa capitalised on that on Saturday. Villa capitalised really. You didn't look up for it. They thought, well, we've got a chance to sneak one here, and Watkins went, well, thank you very much. We'll take the 3 points with 1 goal.
Yeah, I thought we had them at a good time. They were in Europe in midweek. I thought, tired, they'll be shattered. We got a great chance here. The best chance to beat them. No. Same again, Watkins, yet again, with a fucking shit shot that somehow went through the goalie.
I do agree with you, though. I think the first one was more of a penalty than the second one. The second one would have been a little bit softer, but the first one, I thought you had a good shout for a penalty there.
Yeah, I did and all. They didn't.
I'm not going to say both, because I don't think both would have wanted it, but the first one I thought was more of a clear penalty than the second one, but
yeah,
you think two...
Mate, that ref is fucking useless. That Gerard Gillett, he's absolutely.
All refs are bad at the moment because we go back onto VAR. They're making worse decisions. Referees can't make a call now.
Yeah, mate.
If they make a call, that should be it. If they're not sure, then go to VAR. But they're shocking at the weekend anyway. So
yeah, bro.
We saw that one last week in the FA Cup. 7 minutes.
It's disgusting, I know.
You'll give a shit show and shave in that minute, in that time.
Anyway, Stepsy, let's move on, mate. What two things are you going to talk about, subjects here? I mean, you got, obviously, Prem games, you got VAR. I'd
like to comment on the Tottenham Bournemouth game that I watched yesterday, to begin with.
Yeah. You got a timer, by the way. You're on a timer.
Yeah, that's fine.
So,
yeah, okay. I thought,
ready?
That's fine. Yeah, I just thought I was watching that game and Bournemouth set out a stall to sort of go on to win the game, to go on and take the game to Tottenham, which they did. And they performed really well for the first half, really, really looked slick. The passing was going really well. The defence had the ball quite a lot and passing it around. They went 2-0 up. And they just, then all of a sudden, it just sort of, they made a few substitutions. They sort of sat back a bit and invited Tottenham. But the worst, I wasn't too worried about the result until 2-1, is when Kepa came out with his goal and took Son's legs out from under him. I mean, I just don't understand how, when you're 2-1 up, you have to come out and challenge Son when he was going away just left side of the goal. How he had to come out. If he stayed on his line, I think he'd been all right. But he came out, took his legs from under him, and Son, well, I don't know if you saw the penalty, it was like a P-roll.
Yeah, I did, yeah.
It was just, Kepa died one way and all Sons went, literally touched it.
It was meant to be a Panenka, wasn't it? Yeah.
Well, it didn't, it weren't, but it's more like a P-roller.
Yeah.
I thought it looked like slow motion, to be very honest with you. Because he went out to run, he went out to take it, Kepa dived, and he went, oh well, touch. It was sad. It was like, I was like,
yeah.
That.
So,
I was like, you dived way too soon, Kepa. You dived way too soon.
Yeah, Kepa, isn't he? Let's be honest. Anyway.
Kepa's a good keeper because he's done well for Bournemouth this season. I think he needed that lift up, go from Chelsea that weren't keen on him, goes prove yourself at another club, and Chelsea can bring him back when next season rejuvenated.
Yeah.
And he's done well, but there's one or two things that's still in his game that I'm still a bit dubious of. I think he's still better than Reina. Sanchez. or they've got a goal. They've got a goal, Johnson or something. I can't remember. They've got a goal, but I think they've still got better. I still think he's a better keeper than all them. But I like Bournemouth, and like you said, you got them next week. That's why I brought them up, and I think they've had a very good season. They're still in the hunt for a top 10 finish, and they are going to be very tricky. They're very good at home, as we know, and they tend to catch a few people unawares away from home. So, and Tottenham were very lucky, to be fair. If it weren't a penalty, I think they'd have gone on to win it. Taverner looked good. He got man of the match. Tavernier quality as well. I mean, they've got some quality in that team. So I think I'm going to sit on Teco and say they'll get a top 10 finish this season. Bournemouth.
Yeah, I do. No, I think they're going to qualify for maybe Europe at least.
Yeah, and Nottingham Forest after last season, they're just going from strength to strength.
Yeah.
I mean, Man City. I mean, yeah, everyone says, "Oh, Man City off season, they'll get it right next season," but will they? Are they peaked? Are they peaked and that's it? Are they saying, "Oh, Roger is the answer to all our prayers"? Is he one man? No.
Nah.
Come on, you got millions. You brought in another central defensive midfielder who cost you over 50 mil. He should be able to do it. So if you want to make an excuse that just one of them seasons, off bad day at the office or bad season.
Yeah.
But no, Liverpool's still going strength to strength. Arsenal play 3 games before they kick a ball in the Premiership again. Even though if they win their 3 games, it's still 7 points. I still think it's a big gap.
Yeah.
Obviously, Liverpool got the Carabao Cup against Newcastle on Sunday, but I still think that gap at the top, it's big, it's huge.
They somehow got that win against PSG as well. I don't know how PSG right for them.
I'll tell you what, Alisson was amazing. He must have added an extra 10 million to his price tag. That was a great show from him.
Oh, it was. Without
everything they shot at him in Europe against PSG, he saved. He was everywhere.
Well, without him, they would have lost, wouldn't they? Let's be honest.
Oh yeah. I think if they'd have had a Keller going, I think they'd have been rooted and buried.
Yeah,
but you got to give it to Alisson. I mean, fair play to him. Kept him in it, and Elliot stepped up and said, "Thank you very much." I mean, yeah, goalie got a ping on it, but it's too powerful. What more can I say?
Here we go. Sorry about that. I don't put you off that music, man. It's just,
no. It means I know it's time's coming to an end.
Yeah, you got injury time, mate. If there's anything more you want to say, anything else?
I'm on the same with you about that people talk about VR, and then I'll say my piece at the end.
Yeah, sure.
I'll let people have their VAR say, and then and if there's anything to add, I'll put back on.
Yeah, cool, mate. Yeah, you're welcome back on anytime, as long as it's before like 7:30, because that's.
Oh yeah. Well, if I need to pop on back on.
It's going to go on forever, mate. This stream this time.
It could. But I'll talk about VR next after everyone's had their say, because there's a few more things that probably people want to say. So
got Warren now to come back. So
yeah.
I'll bring him on, and then you're welcome back, mate, when you want to, yeah? When you need to, whatever. When you talk about it all. Well, there's a lot to talk about with VAR, isn't there?
There's a lot to talk about with VAR. There's a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
Especially with your game, especially with some other games. There's a few instances in the Chelsea game, a few instances in the Tottenham game. So, yeah, there's Liverpool as well. There's a big calling Liverpool one.
Oh, yeah, cool. Yeah, it was there. Yeah.
It was just funny. The way they took that about that was funny, but I'll let people talk.
Okay, mate, no worries. I'll see you in a little while, yeah?
I'll see you in a bit.
No worries, man. Take care. Bring Warren back, and how you doing, buddy? Are you there?
Yeah, I'm good. You all right?
Yeah, cool. Yeah. Yeah, we've had a few on now, which is good, isn't it? A few people coming on.
Yeah, no, it's great. That's what we want, and the more the merrier, as they say.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
you got to R4, guys. By the way, if you want to come on, it's until half 4, half 7. I mean, If it was R4, that'd be fucking would be a marathon, wouldn't it? Crikey, R4 tomorrow.
R4 tomorrow evening or R4 tomorrow morning.
Yeah, I'll go through the night with it. Go, well, what were you saying? I'm asleep.
You know what we should do, Steve? We should try to do a marathon stream.
Yeah, that'd be
Harry's fundraiser or something like that. That'd be pretty cool.
Oh, Harry's here. Big up to you, Harry. Yeah, you can come on anytime, mate. But we got obviously doing one at a time, obviously. And Warren's back, but you're welcome on afterwards, mate. After he's finished or whatever, it's good. It's cool. So, have you thought about what else you want to discuss, mate?
Yeah, I want to talk about VAR.
Oh, VAR. Oh, here we go. Right, I'll just bring this. Hold on a minute. I'll just bring the timer back up, mate. All right. Bringing that in. So I've got that all now. I've got that interesting thing with a little bit of music at the end now. That tells you when it's nearly at the end. So I thought that'd be a good thing to add, you know.
I was wondering if it'd be possible, like for like last 10 seconds, for the colour of the text to change.
I'm
not sure if that's possible though.
I'll try it, mate. I'm only sort of experimenting with it at the moment. I'm just trying to get it, you know. I will try it probably for next time, maybe if I can try and do that. But we'll see what happens, mate. I'll see what I can do with it because.
And that, or instead of the music, have like someone doing a countdown: 10, 9.
Yeah.
You know, that'd be really funny.
Yeah, mate. Anyway. So VAR, you want to discuss VAR? Well, good luck.
Yeah, I do, definitely.
Good luck. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, the reason I want to talk about VAR is because I was really alarmed about the standard of the refereeing in your game against Villa.
Here we go, back to that. Yeah.
There was one challenge in the Villa penalty area that was done on a Villa player where the geezer was just like, it was like you'd struggle to get away with that in WWF. Do you know what I mean? The fucking geezer was literally thrown across the floor. And the ref just allowed it to go on. Like, he was pushed off the ball. Do you know what I mean? It was just unbelievable. It really was. I just couldn't believe what I was seeing, mate. How the hell that was gotten away with, I just don't understand. Because if that had happened outside of the penalty area, it would definitely been a free kick.
Yeah.
Right? It's only because it was in the penalty area that geezer got away with it. And like, it sort of goes back to all this business with corners and free kicks when there's all that wrestling and stuff going on in the penalty area. It needs to stop. It's just ridiculous. It wouldn't have happened years ago.
Well,
you know what I mean? Put the penalties awarded and all sorts. But the thing, it raises a big question for me. Who's reffing the fucking games? Is it the referee or is it the VAR? Because my understanding about the VAR was that it was going to be a tool for referees when they weren't sure. But what seems to have happened is that the referees just dish out cards and all free kicks and penalties and whatnot.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They're not actually enforcing the laws of the game. The games are being refereed by the people up in the VAR room.
Yeah.
That's not what the job is. Do you know what I mean? It's not. It's supposed to be there as a tool to help these people, right? Now, you heard me talk about before about this business with the way that people are being ruled offside because they're offside by a toenail or like a nasal hair or stuff like that. It is getting ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous, and they need to change the rule about the offside and make it so there's clear daylight between the striker and the defender, and the last defender before it's can be deemed offside, because this situation is just crazy. Now, if I know that if that situation had been in place for your game against Villa, you would have lost that game 2-0. Do you know what I mean? But do you know if that decision had gone?
Well, it was tight, wasn't it? That offside was tight, very tight one.
It was tight, and it's too much, mate. If it was down to me, I'd scrap it. Scrap it and just make it for goal line technology.
Well, if they're going to do the semi-automatic one, is that supposed to be coming in, isn't it, as well?
Well, that concerns me even more. Because if it's semi-automatic, what does that mean? It's either all or nothing, right? So what part of it is going to be automatic and what part of it isn't? Mate, the whole thing is turning into a fucking, what do you call it? What's that film with Arnie Schwarzenegger in it when there was a war against the AI?
Terminator.
Yeah, it's like becoming a Terminator type thing.
Yeah.
It is. Right? VAR is running everything. But the problem is, it's not only the technology making it so that it's so fucking precise that it's becoming almost like medical sort of level of preciseness, but it's also becoming also running.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's just not acceptable.
Yeah. I mean, that's a bit too loud, that music, actually. I might have to turn it down. I couldn't really hear you at the end there, sorry.
No, I was saying it's like it's becoming so precise, like the VAR, that it's becoming too much. Like people being ruled offside because of their nasal hair, or semi-automatic, or it's either automatic or it ain't. You can't have a halfway house. Do you know what I mean? So, no, mate, I'm all in favour for scrapping it. Do you know what I mean? Because I just don't think it's being used for what it was brought in for. Because I was all in favour of it being brought in, right? Because I thought it would stop all these ridiculous errors, like the goal that Frank Lampard scored at in the World Cup against the Germans.
Yeah,
and it was so obviously a goal. It was ridiculous. Huh?
It was over the line, wasn't it? You can see it was over the line.
Over the line. Do you know, it was so far over the line. It was almost in a fucking beer keller in Munich.
Yeah. I think the Germans are getting back at us, mate. Revenge, wasn't it, for that one in '66, I think.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? I just find it really depressing. And like the officials using it haven't got a clue what they're doing either. Do you know what I mean? Let the referee the game. If he's not sure and he wants help, the referee should have the power to ask for it. But that is the only time where they should come into it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's just not acceptable, this carry on that's going on now, where you've got lazy referees and linesmen are able to just get away with doing nothing because they know that the VAR is going to pick up the slack. I just think it's wrong. I think it needs scrapping, right? And they need to give the power back to the referee. If he's not sure, then ask for help. Speak through his headpiece or whatever, saying, "Yeah, I'm not sure about whether that was a penalty or not. Can you have a look at it for me?" Because at the minute, to me, it looks like they're refereeing it for him, and I just think it's shocking.
Yeah, it is. It is shocking, mate. Well, I thought it was Germany. And he Steps is saying it was Seoul, South Korea. I thought it was Germany. That was.
It was against the Germans. Frank Lampard had that shot, and it was about 3 yards over the line. Unless he's talking about another one.
I'm sure it was in Germany, that one, yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, I think it was in South Korea. I was just making a joke about the Germans.
Well, I remember it going, it was well over the line. I remember it.
Yeah.
Well,
it was definitely against the Germans, but I think he's talking about where the tournament was hosted.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. We also got Harry here. So, did you want to go? You can go and come back again later if you want, Warren.
Yeah, I will.
I'm on here till 7:30 anyway, so we'll. You're welcome to come back before then a bit. So I want to bring Harry on because obviously time's going, as we know. It's only about half an hour now to go, but I'll bring him on and hear what he's got to say, his opinions and everything about all the games or whatever he wants to. Sorry, mate. Yeah, he's gone. Be up to you, Harry. We're moving on, bro. How you doing, my friend? All right?
Yeah, I'm good. Thanks, mate. How are you?
Yeah, man. Not too bad. Obviously, not happy with the result on Saturday with the Bees again at home.
Yeah.
Terrible, but Watkins strikes again, unfortunately. Anyway, mate, what are you gonna? Anything you want to talk about here? What sort of subject do you want to talk about? You got Prem or VAR or anything, mate? Anything else? You can talk about your Bristol City if you want, or whatever. How did you get on Bristol? I didn't see how you got on Bristol City.
We drew in the end. What 1-1 against Hull at home.
Oh, Hull,
yeah. They scored. And a goal scored. It got sent off like moments after they scored, and we just sat back all game. So it was quite a tough game in the end. But now definitely take the point.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, it's not bad, mate. At least you come away with a point. That's not bad, isn't it? At the end of the day. So, anyway, what one do you want to discuss here? Anything VAR again or anything like that, or whatever?
I thought it may have been a good idea to maybe, I don't know, to talk about sort of like the bottom three at the moment and.
Yeah, fine. Yeah,
the gap between Premier League and Championship at the moment.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, go for it. Yeah, take it away, Barry. The floor's all yours.
So of course, Ipswich, Leicester, and Southampton came up last season, and they currently occupy the bottom three. Of course, I think everyone's in agreement now that Southampton are pretty much down. They can break Derby's lowest point record. But yeah, which is a shame really, because I thought out of the pro sides they'd be the one that had the most chance of staying up. So I actually predicted them to stay up at the start of the season. So yeah, might look to be really wrong on that one. But nah, you think I think with Leicester there wasn't too much expectation of them because everybody thought they would have a point deduction during the season, but they were clear of it in the end, which I think really just it sort of makes good reading for them almost. Like so if they had that point deduction, it could have been a lot worse for them. It could have been below Southampton in the table. So I think they're glad that they didn't get point deduction in the end. But the only team really that who's came up and has looked like they could have stayed up is Ipswich. However, I think losing that game away at Palace this weekend and with Wolves getting a point at Everton, gap's now to 6 points, I do believe. So that's a real killer, I think, this weekend for Ipswich. It's a shame, really, because the last 2 years we've seen a significant gap in quality between Premier League and Championship, and it doesn't look like it's going to change anytime soon. You know, I think you guys, Brentford, were quite fortunate in a way to go up in the season what you did because like the gap was still obviously still a big gap, but obviously it was brilliant to see you guys survive because I remember everybody writing you off, but then I think you had Forest, Fulham, and Bournemouth came up all survived. And that was the last season where it was like the gap was like it was teams could come up and were able to survive on quality. But I think ever since that 22-23 season, the gap has widened so much. And because if you think of teams, of course, myself a Bristol City fan, I follow the Championship a lot. You've got Leeds who currently sit on top, and then Sheffield United and Burnley sort of like the top three. I do believe that those three teams will almost likely be promoted at the end of the season. And for me, the only team who I think could have a possible chance of staying up out of those three is Leeds. Sheffield United, I don't know if they've been convincing. Burnley, of course, they're just happy to score a goal and sit back for the rest of the game because James Trafford in goal has been really, really good. Kept the clean sheets. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets called up to the England camps regularly because he's a brilliant young English goalkeeper they got from Man City. And then, but yeah, I can't see Burnley staying up. Unfortunately, if they do go up. Sheffield United, I don't really see much quality. I mean, look how poor they were last season. The only team currently in the Premier League who I think could be in trouble next season in terms of relegation is I think Wolves. I think if they sell Acuna goes back, that is going to be a massive blow for them. I think yeah, he's an influential player for that Wolves side. I think you take Acuna away, then I think Wolves would have much less total points than they do now without Cunha on the side. So I think Wolves will be down there again next season. It's just can one of the three promoted teams better Wolves' points tally? Who knows? Because I think Leeds got an okay squad going up to the Premier League, but the other two, Sheffield United and Burnley, don't really see much chance, unfortunately. So it's a real shame because back in the day you had like at least one guaranteed to stay up. Looking around, they've got the quality they'll stay up, possibly even two, maybe even all three. I think all three has only happened twice. Obviously, Forest, Fulham, and Bournemouth a couple of seasons ago. I think it was Huddersfield, Brighton, Newcastle who came up and stayed up a couple of years before that as well. So yeah. It is just a shame because for teams like getting to the Premier League, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So that's just the time we're counting down. So you've got injury time, mate. So you want to go on a bit longer? You're welcome. Got this one. Go on a bit longer, yeah, Harry. What you were saying?
I was just saying with teams coming out from the Premier League, I guess the excitement is lost a little bit because I think it's going to be a long season in relegation zone for most of it. We'd be lucky to grab that 17th spot, but I guess it sort of creates that yo-yo effect of Sheffield United really bouncing back this season. Well, it hasn't, of course, still a little bit of a season left to go, but they do look in a strong position to go up. If either one of them two are to finish in the playoffs, I do believe they'll be the strong favourites going into the playoffs to achieve promotion. I guess it is quite sad the gap in quality between Premier League. So I'm sure it's only getting bigger, I do believe. But that's pretty much everything I got to say, mate. So thanks for having me on.
No worries.
Hope the rest of the stream was good as well.
Yeah, if you do want to talk about anything else, you're welcome to. There's a little bit of time if you do want to add something else, say like your team or anything or anything else, mate. You're welcome to before you go.
I guess I may talk a little bit about my team. Go
for it, mate.
A little bit, of course. Bristol City is my local team in the Championship. Supported them since I was a young boy, and I mean, yeah, we're looking all right this season. Seventh place currently in the league. I think it's 2 points off West Brom, who are in sixth. So, because the thing is with Bristol, we've been a lot of fans associate Bristol with just being mid-table for the last few years in Championship. So it's actually exciting to see us doing quite well. And I think if we get playoffs this year, brilliant. I don't expect us to win them, but it'd be a good experience. And then I think we can push on next year. And same forward, really, if we don't get playoffs, we'll be very, very close. I think it's hopefully a sort of journey that you guys went on towards those last few years in Championship when you got promoted. I think we're building something really, really nice. It's a young, hungry squad, a young, hungry manager who wants to do well. So I mean, yeah, I'm really excited, and we've shown that we can do it against the Premier teams. Like obviously, we knocked West Ham out of the FA Cup last year. It was a good moment, and of course, we're going all the way back to 2017-18 season where we went on that mad Cup run, beat Man United, But yeah, thanks for having me on, bro. Appreciate it.
No worries. What you talked about there, just briefly, what you talked about the relegation thing there. I thought Wolves all day long will stay up. I can't see anyone else catching them. Ipswich are too not good enough. They're a good team. I rate them. I like Ipswich, but they're not quite ready for the Premier. I think that's too soon, them coming up. And then I think Leicester are pretty much gone as well as Southampton. They're both, too far away and not good enough. So I think Wolves are going to stay up all day long. I don't think there's going to be a real battle down there as such. I think it's almost pretty much done. I think probably obviously then 3 that came up are going back down. So, and as you say there with Bristol, I hope you do well, mate. I think they're a good team. Bristol City, a good team. And I'm sure you'll come up at some stage. I think you're good enough. Whether you'll be able to start, it's another thing. You need other players in probably when you do come up. But I think you will be good enough. But where did you say you were in the table this season?
We're currently 7th at the moment, so just outside the playoffs currently.
So how many points are you away from that playoff?
I think we're only like 2 points off currently, so still in a decent position. Still in there. Anything could happen for us this season.
Yeah, mate. Yeah. Go for it. I hope you do get in there and maybe win the playoffs and you're up. But I mean, even if you don't, I think you're going to get up probably maybe next season or after that. It's you got a very good chance. So. It'd be good to see. Were you ever in the top table, top flight at all at one stage? Were you in the Division 1 or anything, or whatever? One stage.
Last time we were in Division 1 was like 1980 something, I want to say. So, I mean, yeah, it has been a long time since we've been there, but yeah, fingers crossed we can get back there soon.
Yeah, mate. I hope you do. I'd like to see another team in there, new team. One, not a yo-yo team either, like these teams that do come up and go back down again.
Yeah.
Because we get a lot of them now, unfortunately. Stepsy knows Luton were one of them, unfortunately. But I think they might still come back up again. Any team to go up except Leeds, says Darren. Yeah, well... No, Leeds do bottle it. You never know. They might not go up, but they seem to be bottling it a bit at the moment, Leeds, don't they? So you never know, really. Who can you see, before you go, mate, who can you see coming up out of those? Do you think Leeds have got it? Do you think Sunderland have got it to get up? Or who the others there in the playoffs? Anyone else you can see coming up through there?
I will say, watch out for Coventry at the moment. They're in 5th place at the moment, but Lampard's got them playing some nice stuff on a good run. So I think if I was to back like a surprise team to win the playoffs and get promoted, I'd go over Coventry. They always seem to do really well against a lot of teams. So like you say, keep an eye on them in these last few months.
Yeah, right. I agree, mate. I think they're going well. Coventry, yeah. I thought getting Robins was a bad thing to do, bad decision. But then looking at Lampard now, well, maybe they were right in the end. They were justified, but I still think it's bad getting rid of Robins. You know, I'm sure a lot of other teams would love him as manager, Mark Robins, you know. Where actually is he? Do you know where he is? Oh, he's at Stoke, isn't he? Sorry, he's at Stoke. Of course he is. Yeah, he lost there, didn't they? 3-2. Yeah, he's at Stoke, isn't he? Yeah, of course he is. Be up to you, Rich, by the way. And Darren, again, being a United fan, we don't like Leeds. No, I know you don't. But anyway, brother, thanks for coming on. And you're welcome back anytime, man. And, you know, maybe the next one I do. You're welcome on and whatever. So, might see you on Horace at the end of the week if you're on there or something in this prediction one or something like that. So, if you come on. But anyway, mate, I'll talk to you in the DMs and stuff as well, mate. So, you take care of yourself, Harry, mate. Have a good one. Have a good one, bro. Take care, yeah. Cheers, mate.
Bro.
Cheers. Right, and I'll bring Warren still there. Yeah, be up Rich. There's Darren. I'll bring on Warren. And we ain't got long left to go, mate. But it's been a good show. Been a great stream. There's another subject you want to talk about or anything, mate? Or
oh, sorry, mate. I didn't realise you brought me back.
No, it's all right. No,
no, I was just going to say, seeing that young lad, the Bristol City fan, come on. Really
yeah.
I remember seeing Bristol City play Arsenal at Highbury back in
the 70s. Beat them, didn't they? Beat them, didn't they?
In the 80s.
Yeah.
Late 70s, I think it was.
Did they beat
a 0-0 draw at Highbury.
0-0. Oh.
Yeah, they were a decent first division outfit back in the day. You know, so yeah, it would be good to see him come back up because we need some representation from that part of the country in the league, to be quite honest. Because it's a bit top heavy with teams from the home counties and London. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not complaining or casting aspersions on, teams from the home counties or London or whatnot, but it'd be nicer just to have a wider spread geographically of teams. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, of course,
like Bristol, sure. Carlisle, United, people like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. 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 Yeah, it would be great, mate. I'd love it. Yeah, a lot of teams that actually have never had like top flight football would be great to see, wouldn't it? Some of these in the Championship. I'm trying to think who the ones who've never been in a like Division 1 or whatever Premier. Can we think? I'm just trying to think of one or two. Preston, have they ever been in the top flight?
Rotherham,
yeah.
I don't know because I don't know who's in there. There's a lot in there that have been.
Not there.
I'm just trying to think of one that hasn't.
Plymouth there, Warren. Plymouth.
No, I don't think Plymouth have. I don't think they have. Then it's a bit weird because they've got a massive, massive fan base, like huge. I remember they came to play Arsenal once at Highbury in the FA Cup, and they had the whole of the clock in. So it's about near on 20,000 fans. Honestly, mate, the place was swamped with them. But it's nice to see. Do you know what I mean? Like, again, another one from that part of the world.
Yeah, definitely.
This big rugby country down there, that's the thing. Do you know what I mean? They're like rugby's number one sport down there.
Yeah. Well, egg chasing, yeah. Anyway. Anyway, Darren's asking, what's your opinion on the United Arsenal game? Do you want to go into that again, really?
No, not really. We discussed it earlier. I just thought it was a shit show again. Like, no creativity, no attacking threat, dull, negative, boring football. And this is after the man spent £750 million in the transfer market, and that's the best he can do. We haven't even got a striker. Do you know? It's just crazy how this man is still in a job. It's just ridiculous. I can't bear it, Steve. I just drives me up the wall. The backing that this man gets is sickening.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make any sense to me. No other manager in world football would get away with it. Never mind one at an elite level club. I'm sure, like, if Thomas Frank was behaving like that at Brentford, the way he behaves, and like the team were playing the way that Arsenal were playing, and like neglecting the development of the squad and getting the players in that were required, you lot would get going mad, and rightly so. But imagine that if he was doing that at Real Madrid or Barcelona, they'd kill him, literally. They just wouldn't have it. I've told you that story about my friend who's a Real Madrid fan, didn't I?
Oh, yeah.
And then went for John Tosh at that time. Do you know what I mean? It's just like it's not acceptable. It's just not.
No.
It just isn't. And like, if he was doing that, if he was performing like that as manager of Rangers or like as a manager at Celtic, like performing like that, mate, they'd be out the door. Up there, you have to win. There's no draw is not acceptable, even against the lot from the other side of the city. It's just not. Like some fella, and I'm not condoning this behaviour, right? Some fella had his fucking house torched because he wasn't doing his job properly. Like some group of fans decided to try and torch his house.
No, not good, is it? That's terrible.
No, it's not. But this is the difference. Like these fans are going, "Oh, give him time. Oh, all these fucking excuses." And it's been like this since fucking day one, mate. It's never gonna change. These people are just obsessed with looking at him. I just don't get it. What is the obsession with this man's looks?
No.
They've even got a fucking banner up inside the stadium saying the best looking Spaniard we know. What the fuck has his looks got to do with anything?
Exactly. You didn't think about looks when you had Wenger there or whatever else, Emery. It wasn't through his looks, was it? It's what they done with the team.
Yeah, exactly. Do you know we didn't have all this fucking nonsense when George was there?
No. Different time now, I suppose, as well. Different era. But as you say, it's still nothing to do with fucking looks at all. It ain't. There's nothing. That shouldn't be anything to do with it. You get one look at Steve Cooper. Look, he's done well. He looks like. I won't say what he looks like, but he's done well in management. It don't matter what you look like. I mean, Ian Dowie was another one.
Yeah, exactly. The fella with the West Country accent. The manager, the guy laughing and joking in press conferences or whatnot. What was his name?
Holloway.
Ian Holloway, yeah. Another one. Do you know what I mean? It's just fucking mental. If you want that, well, then go and get fucking Katie Price to manage the team and let her run up and down the touchline topless. Do you know what I mean? It's just,
they were in the changing room.
I don't understand it, Steve. I need someone to explain it to me because it makes no fucking sense to me whatsoever. How people can be more concerned about a paid employee's career than they can the well-being of the football club and about the man's looks. It just doesn't. where does that make any fucking sense?
I know. It's disgusting,
like
mate.
ridiculous. Like all that money he spent, and they're still not even fucking looking like they're anywhere near winning a league title.
No.
Or Champions League, God forbid. Do you know what I mean? It's just, if he actually ever does win a trophy, can you imagine what it'll be like? Mate, I just like, if he wins a title, I don't know, I think I'll have to fucking top myself.
Don't go that far, Warren. No, I know it's terrible, but you know, I mean, yeah, that's the thing. They're keeping there even longer, then, wouldn't they? If you want to say, they're keeping there even fucking longer.
Well, there's people like a couple of years ago calling for him to have a fucking statue outside the ground.
No, come on. No.
I'm just thinking, for what?
No. There's no room for Coco the Clown statue, is there? No.
Huh?
There's no room for a Coco the Clown statue, is there, out there?
No.
You
know what I mean, you know, there's many other managers in the league who deserve a statue ahead of him.
Well,
where's George Graham's statue, for Christ's sake? They're not people calling for a statue for him, and he's probably our most successful ever manager. Like, I'm telling you something, Arsene Wenger wouldn't have been able to go to Anfield and win 2-0 the way George Graham did against that Liverpool team. It just wouldn't have happened, and fucking certainly Arteta wouldn't.
No, well, it could be worse. I mean, look at Fulham. They had a bloody paedophile statue out the front there, didn't they? Sorry. It's true, really. I can say what I want. I mean, he's gone now, isn't he? Let's be honest. Who cares?
What was that? Say that again?
They had a pedo statue, didn't they?
Is that still there, that statue, or has it gone?
No, they got it removed, didn't they? They got it removed. I mean, I think after it's found out what he done, I think it probably should be removed, wouldn't it? Should have been. Mind you, had a pedo chairman as well, didn't they? As well, pretty much. A pervert, whatever. Chairman there. I'm not going to say allegedly, because it's true. It's been found out as true. You know, what's his name? Al Fayed, wasn't it? Al Fayed.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they're all bloody mixed up together, aren't they? I mean, they had a bit of a falling out over his daughter-in-law, but do you know what I mean? It's...
Yeah.
I still reckon that like she was. Well, no, we won't talk about that because that's a different subject altogether.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, he never would get a statue at Spurs, no. No, Spurs would be lucky to get anything, let alone a fucking statue. But yeah, it could be worse. But Chelsea spent 1.5 billion. Darren's saying, yeah, true, but they're still probably better off than Arsenal, really.
Well, the thing is about Chelsea, they haven't had the culture of their club fucking ripped to shreds, have they? No. Do you know? I'm sorry, but it's not just about like the performances on the pitch for me. It's about the club, what the club stands for. But you know, if you know about Arsenal, you know about the history of the club and its culture and the way it is. When you're talking about Arsenal, you're talking about something that's got class, and it always had the reputation for going around doing things the right way. Right? I remember I was watching a match. I was chatting to Del Boy. Arsenal were playing a match. And again, it was the Man City game this season, right? And Arsenal's top dog, apart from the owners, Tim Lewis or whatever his bloody name is, after they lost that game, he just stormed out of the ground. Never said congratulations to the opposition, nothing. He just stormed off. Sorry, that's not acceptable for Arsenal Football Club. You don't do stuff like that. For me, the man that needs to be brought into that club is David O'Leary. He needs to be brought in under the Kroenkes. If they're not going to show an interest in running the club, let fucking Dave O'Leary do it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
He was a legend. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know, let David O'Leary do it. The man lives and breathes Arsenal Football Club. For me, he is Arsenal. The man's got class coming out of his ears. Do you know what I mean? He embodies everything about the club. When we went to Anfield to play that game where we won the title in '89, right? The Arsenal players came out onto the pitch and gave all the Liverpool fans bouquets of flowers. Every single player had a bouquet of flowers. That would not happen if the same situation arose now, they would not do it. The Arsenal chairman also gave the Liverpool chairman a big fucking wedge of money. Like a check, a huge check, like probably worth about £4 or £5 million in today's money before the game. Right? That would not happen. And this is what I'm talking about, the class of Arsenal, Steve. You know what I mean? And like these are the sorts of things that really piss me off, and why like loads of my mates have walked away from it because they can see it all being eroded. Do you know what I mean? It isn't the club that I grew up supporting. It isn't. Like I remember when I was a kid, I'd we'd go up to the games and we'd go in the club shop before the match, and my dad would be standing there chatting with Jack Kelsey, right? One of our former goalkeepers, like Welsh international, one of the best goalkeepers the UK's ever produced, right? My dad's standing there having a chat with him. Do you know what I mean? It's just like little things like that, you know.
You could chat with them, couldn't you?
Yeah, it's just like
feel free.
These players, this day and age, they just. Do you know what I mean? It's like Madonna's probably they're right. They probably are, but don't make it fucking right. And it, like the likes of fucking Ben White.
Oh.
Do you know what I mean? No, fuck him. I'm sorry, but you do not turn your back on your country no matter what.
Well, he's a prick, though, guy, anyway, let's be honest.
If it's down to me, he'd be on the transfer market. And if I was the England manager, mate, he would never, ever get selected for England all the time I was managing it. I'd fucking ban him.
We wouldn't sign the cunt, mate, either. We wouldn't sign him, I tell you. No way.
I don't care. Even if he was as good or better than Diego Maradona, I wouldn't want him.
No.
I don't want a prick like that playing for the club.
Of course not. Anyway, mate, we've gone over the time here. Actually, it was supposed to go at 7:30, but never mind. I'm gonna call it a day there, mate. And it's been a great stream anyway. I really enjoyed doing this. I hope it's been good and people have enjoyed it and coming on. And obviously leave a comment anywhere, obviously down here anywhere, or in the live chat, or say what you thought of it. This new sort of format of it. The buzz, obviously it's a call-in show, and obviously having the timer, and talking about whatever 2 subjects you want, and or anything else from the Premier or VAR or anything else. So, please feel free to comment about it all. And where can we find you, Warren? What's your socials, mate?
Okay, so my name's Warren's Team Talk. You can find me on X, on Instagram, Blue Sky, and Instagram, X, Blue Sky, and also on Facebook. So that's where you can find me. I have got a YouTube channel. I'm just not uploading anything at the moment because I've got too many other things I need to take care of. But once that's all resolved, then I'll be coming back. So, thanks very much for having me on, Mr. B. Absolute legend. Please make sure you go and subscribe to this fella. as well, not just on this channel, but he's also got a cricket channel. And please make sure you get over there and check it out, because the man's cricket knowledge is off scale. It really is, and it's brilliant.
It's all right. It's not amazing, but I know some things. Let's put it that way.
Well, you know plenty, as far as I'm concerned. Yeah. You know what I mean? And you know what's what, and you know how to put on a good show. So please make sure you go and subscribe to him. It's called Mr. B Chats England Cricket.
Yeah. Also follow me on Insta at Mr. B for Life 182. Subscribe to Mr. B Hive Football Chat and Mr. B Chats England Cricket, as Warren's just mentioned. You know, and follow this guy. He's brilliant. This man, he's superb. Warren's Team Talk. Missed your show the other day, mate. It was brilliant. It would have been. It's a shame. I know you've got other things going on, so unfortunately you couldn't do it. But you know, it's a real shame on the Saturday. I love that show on the Saturday. It's brilliant, and I've really got to join you.
It's coming back soon, mate. Don't worry. It's not a permanent thing. It's just that I need time to do other things.
Yeah, that's right. Stetsy. That's the one. Mr. B Talks England Cricket. Chats that, but it don't matter. Both the same. They talks, chats, whatever. All the same. There's not chat shit, I suppose, but I don't know. But you know. Yeah, thanks for coming on again, and it would be great to see you when you come back, mate. Are you still going to do any of them other streams, the conspiracy ones and stuff? You got any more?
Yeah, I am. I'm working on one at the minute. Well, I can't because of everything else that's going on, but I will be doing one about Graham Hancock.
Oh yeah.
And I'm going to focus on the stream because he's got lots of theories about different things, all sorts of different things. I'm going to be talking about the Great Pyramid of Egypt and also the Sphinx, because that's a massive mystery, massive, and it's mind blowing. It really is. So I'm really excited about that, but I just can't do anything with it at the minute. I need to sort this other stuff out.
Yeah, I think you do, didn't you? But never mind, mate. You will be back soon. So, guys, you know, there's plenty to look at. What he's got on there already on his channel. Superb, great content. Those are great streams about everything. Not just sport, as you just said. There's other things as well. So, go check it all out, guys. It's brilliant.
Yeah, the conspiracy thing that Steve was telling me about, talking about, is like it's conspiracy theories, the unexplained, and the paranormal. That channel's called Warren's Mysterious World. It did used to have another name, but I decided to change the name of it just because it's not as clear as what the new name is about what it's all about. So yeah, come and check it out. No, I've uploaded a brilliant video, in my opinion. Well, it wasn't. I didn't make it. It was called For All Mankind. It's one of my favourite films of all time, about the Apollo moon landings.
Oh, right. How long ago was that one? Did they do that? How long ago was that one, Warren, that film?
They landed in 1969, mate.
Is that the film?
I uploaded it.
Is that a documentary about it?
I think.
Is that a documentary about it or something?
Yes, documentary, and I uploaded it onto my channel because, like, we can in the UK. There's some parts of the world where you will not be able to see it because of copyright reasons, but I managed to do it on my conspiracy theory, like Warren's Mysterious World channel. And I did I spoke about it at the beginning, explaining why I like it so much. But it's brilliant. It really, really is. There's like footage of like mission control and the guys walking around on the moon, and it's just like, and people talking about, and it's not a scientific film. This is what a lot of people think when they first like see it. It's about the moon landing. It's not. It's about it's more psychological. It's about how people felt about being the first human beings to leave planet Earth to go to another world. And that is mind-blowing for me. And like, you could see them, like they're in the spaceship looking out the window, and they can see that, you know, all the nomads out in the African plains, and like, you could see the little lights.
Oh, right.
Out in the desert, and it's wild, mate. It really is. And then when they get on the moon, there was one fella, he took a sleeping pill because he had trouble sleeping.
Oh.
They were up there for 3 days, I think.
Right.
And he took a sleeping pill, and he had this really crazy dream. I'm not going to tell you about what he dreamt about because I want you to watch it. But it is mad, the dream he had. And a lot of people, when they've gone out into space, have very spiritual experiences from like looking back at the planet and stuff. And it's mad. It really is mad. So just go and check it out.
Yeah, definitely. And don't forget to watch my other content coming up. I've got the second one of this coming this week on Thursday. The Buzz Still Buzzing. I may do this with that, the live calling and everything with the timer and everything on there as well. That might just happen if this has been a success, and I think it probably has, but time will tell, but we'll see. And then obviously there is other stuff coming up. I've got a preview for our tough game away at Bournemouth. Even though we've apparently got that great away form, we do well. Got to take it against Bournemouth. That won't be easy. We've got to get over that fucking other stupid shit game the other day. Somehow and come back with a win there. I hope and pray, but still need a better goalie. That's for sure. Until we get rid of him, we're not going to win anything. I don't think. Nothing's going to happen. So, Thomas, get rid of him. I keep telling you. Will you listen? No, probably not. But anyway, guys, thanks to everyone tuned in live or on playback or whatever. And please keep watching and smashing the likes and subbing if you're new. And until the next time, guys, we're out of here. We're bouncing. Cheers, guys. Thanks. Bye. Thanks, everyone.
Bye.